All right, welcome everyone. So I'm going to have Chris sitting in the car with me here Chris Timbers sitting in the car with me here in a minute or so. So we're gonna do an impromptu interview. See what Chris thinks. Anyways, so while I'm picking him up at one place, we're going to be going to another. So I'm going to set my GPS while we're waiting for Chris to walk over. And so I'll type that in, and I'm going to ask him about this song, so I'll let it play while I program my GPS. Yay. Programming GPS, watching me do that's got to be a boatload of fun, right? By the way, I'm Hal Baumgardner, and getting into the car will be Chris Timbers. Well, my GPS doesn't have it. Oh no. Just there you go. You can just set it right on the seat.
That's right.
All right. I hope you know where you're going, because my GPS doesn't have a clue.
Yeah, I got you. Yeah.
So,
Big town of Purcellville.
well, it's a pretty big town.
That's where I went to high school. Mountain Valley High.
If you want to type in the address.
I can just.
Oh, you know where you're going?
Oh yeah.
Oh, never mind. Well, let's rock and roll.
That's right.
All right, ladies and gentlemen. Chris doesn't know it, but that thing that I'm pointing at right there, see the big finger? That's a camera. You're being interviewed.
It looks like an eye.
It's a big
Eyes
eye.
on me.
So, safety first. Everybody got, yep, all right, good. So,
I like the song.
oh yeah. How long ago did you write this song?
Oh wow. That goes back 25 years, probably almost.
So,
Early 90s. It's one of the first songs I ever wrote. Yeah.
yeah, a lot of people still like hearing it. So, obviously, it's got to be a good song.
Well, it used to be one of the favorites when Let's Travel was still together and playing out. So
Yeah, well,
it's held to, test of time, I guess.
so
Left.
Okay. But yeah, so anyways, but we gotta say something. Where are you playing tonight? Since
McDowell's Brew Kitchen in Leesburg. Beach Bar.
and and your new CD.
Oh, new CD, Keep Moving.
Yeah, put it in front of the camera so everybody can
where's
see
it
that.
go? Forgot already.
Forgot already. Yeah.
Yeah, so I just released this in August, a few weeks back. So you can find it online, CD Baby, iTunes, Spotify.
Yeah, I think we can put the link in the
Baby.
comments.
Okay.
Yeah, and so go out and download it. Buy his album. It only promotes more and more good music. I've been not only a fan of Chris's, but a friend here also. And for years, he has just put out some really good music. I mean, you can find a lot of musicians out there, but you can't find good music. And so it's a rarity to find good music and good musicians.
Thank you.
So you're welcome. And it's
Heck of a compliment.
well, it's one you've earned.
Oh, thank you.
I mean, think about it. you've been playing for over 25 years.
Yeah, you know, and as a songwriter, you know, you just try to, you know, stay honest and, you know, just keep putting songs out that you enjoy and the music you enjoy writing. So that's what I do. You know, I take it from personal experience and, you know, things I've learned through the years, and just keep writing. You know, this whole album, some of the songs are I wrote 20 years ago. Most of them I wrote in the past 5. So yeah, just keep moving. That's what this whole album is about. Just staying honest, staying true to yourself, and keep moving.
So, are there any future albums that you're working on now, or?
Well, I just got back from Nashville, and I was at a conference out there, and I cut a couple singles while I was there with Bruce Guthridge, my old drummer, actually the drummer on these tracks right now, who lives out in Nashville. Fantastic drummer, and also another bass player, Brian Allen, who plays with a lot of country artists out there. Plays with Robin. Man, what's the guy's name? Blues cat. Can't think of it right now, but so yeah.
That's what happens.
In the next year, you know, I'll have another album. This album was just released, so you know, it's late in the summer, so everything, the follow up on this album, the touring and everything will happen. You know, well, now we set up a tour for next year, festivals and things like that for next spring and summer. So in support of this album.
That's very cool. And so let everyone know, what are some of the inspirations that help you write a song? Is it more personal experience, or is it stuff that you witness, other stuff that you hear?
Yeah, dude, I mean, it's like, it could be a number of things. I could hear something that inspires me, or it can come from personal experience. You know, take a right.
Yeah.
You know, things that happen in your life, your ups and downs and trials and tribulations, and you know, so it just depends on what hits me at the time. You know, mostly personal experience. Some of them are just stories. You know, the stuff that, you know, you think about certain situations, and you know, the just hypothetical situations sometimes that I'll write about. Like seeing a person or a girl in the bar and not being able to approach her at that point in time. So, you know, it's just a story about that, you know, how that feels, right. And, you know, an experience like it. So, you know, it could be a number of things.
Yeah. And anywhere in your whole music career, what have been some of the coolest people that you might want to plug, or, you know, let us know that you've probably run into and, you know, maybe got to see or actually played with?
Wow.
Yeah, that's a hard question.
Yeah.
I'm throwing it right at you.
I mean,
you weren't even prepared for this.
No. I mean, personally, like, the guys I played with, I mean, they are huge inspirations. Like Mike Eccles, the bass player, plays with me now. I mean, so lucky to come across musicians like him who escalated, you know, my playing, and people like Gary Granger and Bruce Guthridge, and meeting people like Paul Reed Smith, opening up for Merle Saunders and Tim Reynolds, and meeting guys from Less Traveled and Fish and Solide. Solide.
Wow, that's cool.
Yeah,
I mean, that's
Eric Krasno, and you know, because I lived in New York for a while in Brooklyn, and so Citizen Cope and all those cats. You know,
that you know, you're lucky you say that you can live in New York and still retain all of the coolness that still is Chris.
Well,
so,
you know, it's just one of those things, another experience that you kind of molds you or grooms you. You know.
So you want to lip sync?
Huh?
Yeah, want to do Fly?
Yeah, I can do it.
Yeah. All right, so we'll crank up we'll start it over, and or do you want to just jump in?
I'll jump in.
All right, I'll sing
you
back.
have to turn my monitor up a little bit.
Okay. I'm gonna throw in the backup.
Many eyes have seen me walk this way, but this time I'm here to stay. This old world